There are hundreds of dead games scattered all across the internet, like this 2007 Xbox shooter game called Shadowrun that is still alive today inside a smaller community. He just deflected my bullets. I found Shadowrun from a recommendation Chris made in my Twitter DMs, but I also found 5 other dead games with reviews ranging from incredible to genuinely catastrophic. And today we're going to explore every last one of them. The first game was something every single one of you have repeatedly recommended to me for months: Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. In 2017, Tripwire Interactive and Antimatter Games created a Vietnamese successor to Red Orchestra 2, and the first 2 playtests went incredibly well. And then when the game released to the public on the 30th of May 2017, over 24,000 people were playing it at once, a record that still stands till today, alongside its 87% positive review score. For the next couple years, the player count hovered in the thousands. Even 2019 was a reasonably good year for Rising Storm, with maps like Da Nang and Khe Sanh being added to the game for the first time. But on the 23rd of September, the majority developers Antimatter Games were acquired by Toadman, and announced they'd be working exclusively on a new project, leaving Rising Storm 2 behind. This left Tripwire Interactive in full control of Rising Storm 2's future. But in 2021, they effectively abandoned it themselves, and as a result of that and the numerous bugs and issues like the broken voice chat, the community has shrunk massively to just a few active servers at most times. That is, unless you look at the mega server, which apparently has over 8,000 people online. Many of you warned me about this server, and although I didn't test it myself, you're apparently prone to malware, and even having hacks activated for you if you log onto their server. I couldn't find any proof of this past some rumors and urban legends about malware once being on there, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. 8,000 players. That's the mega server. That's the suspect server, I think. TWI does not recommend playing on mega servers. They contain cheats and viruses. It's not often you see stuff like that in... To start, I joined a Phantom Rebel server ran by Mad Max, but I felt I needed a quieter server to learn the game, so I tried a server with less than 20 other fellas. Marksman, yes. Marksman might be my role on this game. I joined their Discord, and it seems they've been struggling with donations again recently, or at least in 2023 they were. I'd be very interested to see how they're doing nowadays, almost a year later. There was a guy right in front of me, by the way. And I think he's just killed a teammate of mine. Yep, there he is. Look at this, look at this. This little rat. What? Okay. Wait, what did I just say in chat? Rest in peace, Jeff. HH brother. Every so often the server would post a message in chat talking about the map rotation, donations, or in this case, a tribute to someone they called Jeff. I instantly wanted to know more, so I decided to get into contact with the owner of the server. I added Bromley through the server's Discord and asked him who Jeff was to this community. So Jeff was one of the guys that helped me advertise and launch the server back in 2019. Sad to say, but he committed in 2021. He was a very well respected and thought of member of the server, and we miss him dearly. The message is a tribute to him, and the HH brother refers to Hulk Hogan, as Jeff loved Hulk Hogan and would often say HH brother, which is Hulk Hogan's way of signing off tweets. Damn. Later that day in the Discord, I saw people actually talking about Jeff, and one person just finding out in the moment that he had actually passed away. And as it turns out, Jeff was just 16 years old. His entire YouTube channel is full of iconic Rising Storm 2 videos, and the last video he ever uploaded to his channel was some absolutely beautiful flamethrower clips in March of 2020. I took a while to explore Jeff's legacy and ask Bromley more questions, but eventually returned when the game ended. To start the new map, I stuck by a guy called Platty, because he was doing by far the best out of all of us. Wait, you can get roll kicked for poor roll performance? Well, I'm absolutely finished. Oh, play, but Platty, get out of there, bro. Get out of there. Oh, shit. This doesn't seem like the greatest idea. There's only a few... Right, I think I actually killed him. I might die, but I did. I maybe killed him. Wait, there's water on the AK when you're in water. I then later discovered that even when crouched, you can pretty much sprint at full speed. But you can run while crouched. That is... Whoa! Ow, my heart. Did I just... Holy shit. There's a guy outside. Motherfucker, there is a guy very close. Dude, this angle... No. Brother, no. That house got me 90% of my kills for the entire game. And after our little strat was found out, we all got pushed back to our final territory, where we eventually lost the game. It's very unsettling to have an RPG next to your head. Yeah. We tried our best. My third match was on a beachside map, and instead of there being less than 20 people online, the server was slowly starting to fill up, which meant things were going to get harder. What the f***? Oh. I just heard a grenade. Ah! I'm pretty sure that was 2 grenades. One in front of me, and then I turned around to run away, and there was another one. The problem I was having with grenades was that they explode much quicker than they do in most other games. So once you hear that tick, you have about 1/3 of a second before your legs are gone. And if I didn't get blown up, I got killed by a player I couldn't see. Oh, is he dead? No, he's not. There's a guy in that bush over there. He's gonna kill me. I don't know why I stayed there. We got a minute left. Wait, do we win if that minute runs out? We were obviously gradually losing this game, but if we managed to hold on to our last territory for the remaining minute, we'd actually win the game.
We have been defeated.
Oh, we lost. This loss now meant every game I played today, I ended up on the losing side. After recovering from the loss, I got in contact with the server owners of both servers I played today, Phantom Rebels and Hardcore Gaming. Mad Max, who owns Phantom Rebels, has over 5,000 hours in the game. He runs numerous servers, communicates directly with the community managers, and in the past developers, and has even met someone from the community in real life for lunch. He told me that he spoke briefly with the community managers recently, and they're looking at possibly reducing the price of the game. But at this time, nothing is confirmed. Obviously, maintaining a server for a game like this with 0 developer support is incredibly challenging, both technically and also monetarily. So I decided I was going to fill out his donation goal of £90 for the month of June. As for Phantom Rebels, Bromley told me they're often short around $10 to $15 each month. So I decided to donate $100 to them as well, in the hopes that they don't have to take money out of their own pocket for a while. I met quite a few people in these discords, and everyone was nothing but kind. And I'll link the discords to both servers below so you can meet the community yourself. A few days later, a community member by the name of TS2 even took time out of his day to talk to me about all the custom maps that dominate the servers of Rising Storm now that the developers are inactive. There were 4 custom maps that made it to official servers: Dongha, Mekong, Apache Snow, and Demilitarized Zone. And even today there are more and more maps still being published to the Steam Workshop. So while the numbers might be in decline, I don't think this core community is going anywhere. While looking through lists of the worst reviewed Steam games of all time, I found a little survival game about a fella called Garry and his incident. To play this game you have to buy it off external websites, because at some point about 6 years ago it was finally taken off of Steam. This marked the end of a pretty long and drawn-out storyline which began with the developers Wild Games Studio copyright striking a video of their game made by the legend Total Biscuit.
This is a full release. This is a full release. It is not early access. This is not a beta, guys. Seriously, I am not lying to you. And this is after about 3 patches. This game is a fucking disaster.
The weird part of all of this, though, was that Total Biscuit was personally sent a review code to review the game. But when the review was actually honest about the state of the game, things went sour.
The idea that you could use copyright law as a spear to attack those who are criticizing you is an affront to free speech and freedom of the press. It's horrendously anti-consumer. It's unquestionably censorship.
They even doubled down on this copyright strike and said the reason they copyright struck it was because he had monetization on, and to be able to do that, he should have obtained authorization. Obviously, this went down like a sack of shit, but in turn gave the game a lot of popularity, regardless of whether it was almost entirely negative. Eventually, Kotaku got a comment from a representative of Wild Games Studio, and they said this: "After seeing all the negative impact today, we decided to withdraw our complaint to YouTube." After this, the video returned to normal and things slowly fizzled out. But to this day, no one has heard from Wild Games Studios since. And although their website is still up, there have been zero activity and both of their games on Steam are now delisted. Of course, I tried it myself, and it was exactly what I expected after watching those videos. The survival mode was interesting and revolved around this open jungle world with clunky animations and pretty tame survival mechanics. But I have definitely seen worse. This is a very weird options menu. If it like has this animation, but it makes you feel like it's broken because the border just stays there. Okay, it's running at about 5 FPS. Actually, maybe 20. Can we pick this fella up? Parrot feathers. We just stripped him. The story mode wasn't exactly incredible either. Is it this? There we go. This screen shaker is making me nauseous. Oh, okay. Did I just run into a spear that came out the wall? Alright. Why does he run like that? I have a feeling the game has crashed. It crashed. Dude, did I just lose my progress? But the game itself stopped me from exploring the story mode deeper because it crashed for a second time about halfway through, and wouldn't stop crashing after that. The large majority of the time, asset flip games don't get as much attention as Day 1 did, but they do usually suffer the same fate, and that's a very short lifespan. Either way, I think it's safe to say that Total Biscuit won this war. I found Aces High 3 by complete accident on the Steam store. It turns out that this thing is a pretty well-known flight sim game first launched by Hightech in 2000, and still today I found over 30 players in a server. This was a flight sim though, and that's something I'm completely unfamiliar with. So to get a bit of confidence, I spent half an hour by myself in a single player lobby getting to grips with the controls. Here we go. I'm drifting to the left a little bit and I can't actually hear anything. Oh. 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 This is part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. Come on. We're just gonna mount. However, once I got a couple takeoffs and successful landings, I instantly moved over to the only official server to play as a fighter jet. Stay central. Stay central. Stay central. Stay central. Here we go. How hard can it be? Oh boy. Oh boy. There we go. There we go. Easy. That's not too bad. So what I think I'm going to do is navigate to the right here. Because I see a lot of people on the map. G. I died at least 5 times within the first few minutes, and then floated in the air flying the completely wrong direction without realizing it, which was when someone in chat took notice of me. He said, "Raya, you knew." How could he tell? Blenheim seems like a very nice fella. Oh, I see a runway. There we go. Okay. Can't believe I've been playing this game for an hour and I've not shot a single bullet at somebody else. Oh shit, wait. Am I allowed to land? Wait, you know what? I overshoot. Oh, he's taken off. Wow, that could have been bad. Wow. Blenheim told me he had been playing the game for over 22 years and was currently on a laptop without a joystick, meaning he was playing keyboard and mouse just like me, except on about 8 FPS. He taught me all sorts of things like the most popular tanks and jeeps, and how to actually talk to others in chat. Hello Rye, I see you made it to 200. Guys, Rye is a new player. Oh, I love this guy, man. Now everybody's welcoming me. You just don't get this anywhere else. Welcome, not an easy game. Stick with it. Yeah, I'm figuring that one out pretty quickly. I'm probably about to be shot down here in a second. In about 2 seconds. I give it 3 maybe. Yep. This whole time I was still in a fighter jet though, and Blenheim suggested I try out a bomber since they're easier on mouse and keyboard. So I had a go at taking off inside a B-24, and then Blenheim himself invited me to join him in his B-17. Right, okay, wow, just to let you know, AH is hard to fly fighters without a joystick, much better in bombers and tanks. So I'm mostly in bombers, which is much easier without joystick. I'll be getting a joystick and gaming PC in some weeks. Oh, that's cool. Okay. This is... Right, you can jump into my B-17 now if you want to. Yes, please. How do I do that? Oh my god. Your job is to have fun. You are a gunner from any position. Our goal in the bombers was to make our way over to the other team's bases or towns and drop some bombs, while my individual job was to gun down the fighter jets trying to take us down before we get anywhere. I don't think there's been a single moment tonight where I've understood what I'm doing. And that is the beauty of these games. Oh. Okay, well I think we bombed something. We're also being attacked. We might be finished. I thought he was gonna blame me, but I don't think he gives a shit. No problem, sure was fun. So now you're learning. You've got 1,000 more steps to go. Hop in again if you want, I'm taking off, okay. Let's have another go. Where is his actual plane? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Oh! I think he's gone. He said good kill. There we go. I don't know if I actually did anything there, but... Oh shit, he's still alive. Blenheim was genuinely the most patient person I think I've ever met. And after a few more attempts at being a gunner, he told me I should try flying the bomber myself, while he took up the gunner role, which made me nervous. Okay, you are starting to understand bombers. You can't reload guns, so when I have an extra person on board like you, and we are both shooting bad guys, then guns will run out fast. Ah. How about you fly a bomber now, and I will join you. This will be absolutely terrible. Well, let's try this. If you make mistakes, don't worry. All part of the learning process. Okay. Alright. I agree. All part of the process. Wait, this is actually going a lot better than it did last time. Look at him go. G key to bring the gears up. Yep, I forgot about that.
Right, check. Cut.
Oh, B. Okay, well I think he said that a little bit too late. I didn't realize it was B. Oh boy. Okay, oh wait, we've still got one alive. It was fine, but then I didn't realize what key it was to actually drop the bombs. But you know what? B was pretty obvious. I probably could have worked that one out in hindsight. Round 2, baby. Please don't blow me up. No. No. That was so good. You are doing very well for a new pilot. Keep it up. This guy, man. He's so kind. I literally met this guy like an hour and a half ago. And he's playing on 8 FPS for me. This game is amazing. So many aspects to it. And the fun is unlimited. In hindsight, things actually went pretty well. We did a couple more runs in this bomber, and after almost 3 hours, Blenheim had to go. This guy's in chat asking people to help me. I mean, I have to go, but he's just so nice. Right, come back again and ask for some help again. You know what? I think I might. If you're watching this, Blenheim, thank you for helping me. You're an absolute legend, and I can't get over how nice everyone was. I heard loads of things about the toxicity of this community and how many left the game in the early days because of how competitive it can get. Yet there were countless people in chat welcoming me and giving me tips for no reason at all, but to make a new player feel welcomed. I remember seeing the 56% positive review score on Steam before I ever played it, and I thought that was a bit harsh. But I did only find out after playing the game that it actually has a $15 a month subscription. I played without paying because of the free trial everyone gets, but after 2 weeks it'll lock you out of online arenas and ask you to either subscribe or limit yourself to offline play. I think something like that would be fair if the game received constant updates and content, but at the moment a subscription like that just can't be justified by most people. Dystopia is a cyberpunk-based FPS built by puny human development team on the iconic Source engine. So alongside bee-hopping, Dystopia holds a lot of the same characteristics as a number of older games like Neo Tokyo, Fortress Forever, and others. But out of all of them, Dystopia probably has the lowest player count. And for the majority of every day, that number is 0. I found a Discord called Dystopia Get Drafted, where the small community keeping this game alive host games of 5 to 10 people twice a week. But outside of those hours, all the lobbies are completely empty. I knew this would be the perfect opportunity to play with you lot in my Discord. So we set up a time of 8 PM and you guys did not disappoint. How is everybody? We good?
Pretty happy there's people here.
Good. Hopefully we can get a full lobby. I think it's already pretty close.
Yeah.
The lobby was made up of roughly 10% regulars who play this game every week, and then 90% of people from my Discord who had never touched it before. We cycled through map to map trying out different classes, while I tried my best to get this cyberspace perk to work. I gave a go at finding the computer you're meant to use to travel to the cyberspace, but I got distracted with almost everything else, so the closest I got was watching other people. To switch to a map, you have to call a vote like in most Source games. But with 32 people, you had to get a minimum of 16 people voting yes, which we were actually surprisingly coordinated about.
Okay, well... Page up, fellas. Click page up on your keyboard.
I mashed page up just for you, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's Dystopia lore right there.
What the? Do you guys host public games on your Discord too, or is it all like competitive? Public games are generally Saturday evening Euro time and Wednesday evening America time. Well, there you go. If you want to play with these guys, I'll link the Discord below and you can join in. They're some of the nicest fellas I've ever seen. Oh my god, I'm so good. Just give me this corner, I don't think I should move. I'll link their Discord below, so in case you're interested, you can join them in their weekly pub games. This vote was to change the game mode to something called Fistball, and it's honestly pretty self-explanatory what that game mode was about.
If you want to play Fistball, page up.
Don't page up, it's...
It'll be good for a video.
That's true. It'll be good for a video.
I feel like it would be terribly good.
Well, I'm convinced.
This is terrible. Like, this is actually as terrible as they said it was.
Kill each other with it.
You did! Why?
This is basically soccer.
There's 40 people standing in a
Fellas,
circle hitting a ball.
I'm stuck. Guys, let the ball out.
Never keep it in the corner!
We'll hit it out. Just don't worry. Just keep hitting it.
This poor f***ing ball, man. Page up. Page up.
Page down, page down.
Page up.
I'm having a good time.
Page up. Oh, thank God.
After 2 hours, we still had an entirely full lobby, and although the regulars were still wiping us clean, some of us were actually starting to understand the mechanics of the game more.
Dude, we've still got a full lobby, and we've been here for like an hour and 40 minutes. Oh shit. I'm sorry, buddy. Wait, so how do you...
Whoops, sorry.
Oh, okay, so you spawn something, and then you swing it around the corner. Let me try this.
Objective is, as you can see,
How do I not kill him?
all towers are cool map. Page
How do
up
I not
that.
kill him?
Switching maps every 10 minutes had us speaking about who actually created them, and it turns out Prox and a few others online were map developers themselves.
Mappers still develop maps for this game. I can't believe it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I mapped for this game, as well as Koki and a few others.
The community for Dystopia might be small, but these source games tend to harbour an unusually loyal cult following of people from all corners of the internet. So even if lobbies are empty, maps are still being made. Not only that, but the community for Dystopia hosts their own tournaments each year, and this year's tournament has started just 2 days ago and will run throughout the entire month of June. The community is hosting it on their Discord and streaming all the games to the Get Drafted YouTube channel, which I'll also link in the description. I spoke to someone called Fairy who's organising the majority of this year's tournament, and they told me last year's pot was $250. $50 for each team member that won. This year's tournament has moved to 6v6, and so I decided to donate $300 to whichever team wins, as these competitions are even more important to smaller communities like these. I think it's safe to say we had a lot of fun visiting Dystopia, and meeting the community behind this game.
Oh, there's a turret. Okay.
It wasn't by my own volition.
I got the maid kit to save us.
Ah, grenade! Ah, spiders! Oh, spike man. They explode!
This is such
Oh my God.
Oh,
Polish, man.
That's such a Cortex moment.
I could be here for days talking about all the mechanics and niche details of Dystopia, and I didn't even have time to try half the classes, especially after I got pretty comfortable with everything in the medium class, but almost everything has a place in the game, and it's surprisingly well balanced. Make sure to be respectful if you do decide to give the legends over in the Dystopia community a visit. And again, the pub games are hosted every Wednesday at an American friendly time, and Saturday for the Europeans. I heard a lot of talk about Shadowrun 2007 over the past half a year, but until now I'd never actually put in effort to figure out what it was. I remember vividly seeing it, or at least hearing of it back in the Xbox 360 days, as that's where it originated from. The early 2000s were a prime time for FPS games, spearheaded by the likes of Valve, games from Activision, and tons of smaller shooters set in various time periods. And in 2007, a game called Shadowrun took center stage as a combination of early Counter-Strike and the RPG game also called Shadowrun. But it didn't take long for both the game to be considered a flop and the closing of FASA Studios, the people behind the creation of the game. It still survives on Xbox 360 till this day, and you can usually find a few people from the official Shadowrun Discord hosting pub games and competitive ranked matches late at night, with up to 5 to 10 people. But with a program called Games for Windows Live, I was able to download the game on PC. I queued for a game at about 6 PM, but after half an hour no one else had queued up, so I asked some people in the Discord where I found a few guys who also wanted to play, so we organised to meet at 1 AM my time, which was not ideal.
Oh my God, it's real people. It's actually real people. Okay, X is reload. I guess I'm playing with a controller. I have a feeling this is not gonna go well. Oh!
I got on a bit early, but 20 minutes in we had 4 people in the lobby and I was having to learn the game on the fly. For the most part, things are pretty similar to any regular shooter, but there are magic abilities you can purchase and retain throughout the match, as well as some other effects like reviving a teammate or a healing tree.
I really wish there was like a chat, but it's an Xbox game, so that sort of thing doesn't exist. I think they're in like a Discord. I feel so left out. But I literally have zero way of saying anything. How have I got the most kills in my team? Maybe I'm actually doing pretty good. Oh no. Yep, kinda thought that was coming. Oh, you legend.
There were a lot of controls that took me a good while to learn, and even now I still don't know how to pick an item up.
I think the only time I've ever played an FPS game with controller was Call of Duty. That's a teammate. Call of Duty Ghosts. How the f did you pick it up? What happened to games telling you how to... Oh! This game isn't for me. This really feels like a fever dream. It's like a game that I feel like I've played, but I mean, you can tell I haven't. So this is how you win.
I think I gave it a good shot, but sometimes you just have to accept that these people actually know what they're doing.
What the f is that? He just deflected my bullets. Holy shit, this is a 6v6. Sniper rifle. And this time I'm gonna use it properly. I get to watch my lifeless body flail around.
Almost every night since that day, there's been people in the Shadowrun Discord organising public lobbies on PC, which I never saw before. I was incredibly impressed with the community behind Shadowrun, especially given how it was publicly received back when it first released, and even today the review score isn't great. But they handle themselves really well, and they're even hosting a LAN in Florida sometime next year. I'm really glad I took the time to look more into Shadowrun, because even though I was awful, the game itself, and especially the community, are incredible. If you want to try it yourself, there is a way to play with keyboard, and in order to install it on your PC, you need to buy a cheap key for a different game, and then use that to activate the Shadowrun client. It sounds complicated, but it took me about 5 minutes, and the instructions are all in the Discord. Over the last year, I've fallen in love with war games like Hell Let Loose, Squad 44, and Valve's classic Day of Defeat. But there's one I've never played before, and that's the predecessor to Red Orchestra 2, Red Orchestra Ostfront, one of the earliest war games released in 2006. If you're familiar with RO2, this is basically a less flushed out version with a lot less players. And if you've never played either, this is a World War II simulator set in Russia with the main game mode being Team Deathmatch.
That's 2 people. Zooming in down iron sights takes quite a long time.
At 6 PM, I found 2 players online, but when I returned a couple hours later, there were now 5 online, and it didn't take long before they realized I was new.
A new player here, maybe you changed the nickname, but I don't remember him. Right, who's it?
Sorry, hello.
Alright.
How we doing?
How doing?
For some reason, the map switched abruptly from the bridge to this more open Dust 2-esque map. And then Swissguard and Ivan started talking about someone who got banned.
Brad asked me to take him in again, so that's the only reason that he's in again.
Why did you want him back? The dude's such a hack.
I want to write you, but I had not so much time. I went to write you. I said to Brad, we will take him in again, but I will take the program of my friend again. One time, and then if you have again such values that expect the cheating, then he will out further.
That's fair enough. I don't care either way. You know, we don't have a lot of players anyway, so.
That's kind of sad, but...
Yeah, the second chance, you can do with them what you want. Of course, I will not say when I let run the program. I let run the program for maybe a few weeks. And if he has the same values he had before, then he is out from that. Because cheating is not tolerated.
Obviously, it's none of my business whoever they unban or punish, but cheating in a game as small as this is honestly a perplexing thing. I used this first proper game to get used to all the mechanics, like leading around corners and knowing when to not push into a building.
Right, you was on the server before or not? I don't remember you, sorry.
No, you're good. This is my first time ever. Just checking out the game.
That's enough one, it's really enough one. Hope to see you often here. Seems you are a good player.
Oh shit, I didn't see the grenade. Oh my god. Oh! That is so unlucky.
Sorry, I was...
You killed me, I killed you. At least you got him, though.
I really gotta turn my sensitivity down. It is... Oh! Did we win?
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
You know what? I'll say I contributed.
When you like pizza as much as me, you gotta be the pizza man. It's real simple.
The second game got off to a rough start for me personally, and no matter where I went, I somehow got myself killed.
Oh god. Here they come. Cut that part out. See, actually, this is quite a safe spot in the map, because the only way I can die is from me just being...
I wasn't the only one struggling though. Pretty much the entirety of this second map, every other kill Ivan got was a team kill, and that's because he loves to use satchels and grenades. Usually satchels and grenades are great, but I think we struggled because of how tight the map was.
WW, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I keep killing you. I'm trying to get Androxia.
This poor Ivan guy, he keeps team killing. With good intentions, but I think we're pushing too much, which makes satcheling them hard. Damn. We ended it with another team kill.
In the third game there were now over 10 people in the lobby, and for a change I was on the opposite team to Ivan. By now I had also switched over to the semi-automatic rifleman over the regular rifleman, which was a move I should have done about an hour and a half earlier.
Are you? He doesn't know I see his head. He is not...
Alright, you killed me, now I'm gonna have to kick you out. I'm just kidding.
Wait, was that a team kill? How do you see, like, who's in the game? Oh, here we go. Yeah, Ivan is not on my team. Oh shit,
Sandy,
look at him good.
No, you killed me, Sandy. Now I'm gonna have to kill you.
Oh.
I told you. Sandy!
Jesus Christ. 14 people. Honestly, 14 is more than I expected on a Wednesday night. Oh, Sandy. Oh, sorry about that.
No, you're not. You were smiling, liar. I got a feeling we're gonna like you already, man, because you like to lie and say sorry when you don't mean it.
Oh, I feel so involved now. I think they're pushing somewhere, yep. This was a mistake. Why'd I do that? Wait, why was... How... What? Oh, okay.
Ivan wins! It's all about Ivan, nobody else. This ain't a team game, this is an Ivan game.
I like this guy.
Ivan was an absolute legend. It honestly felt like I'd been playing with these guys for months, but halfway through the latest game, Ivan had to go.
Vaughn, scaring the shit out of me.
Alright, supper time. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye now.
See you later, man. Been fun.
See you later, maybe tomorrow, see you.
Almost every single night these lobbies fill up to about 15 people at roughly 8 PM, but within 3 hours, almost everybody is off to bed or to eat. So as the game went on, the lobby slowly started dying down.
Oh, this is awkward. Help! Ooh, that was incredible. The guy just ran through 3 of us. Okay, and he's still alive apparently. I think he was zoomed in. Alright, it seems like people are slowly getting off and it's getting late. I'm gonna go get some food.
I remember playing Red Orchestra 2 a while ago and having a lot of fun, and on paper that game is essentially a more polished and improved version of this. But I honestly think I had more fun here, and maybe that's because the lobbies were smaller, making it feel like you were just playing with mates. A lot of the community for Ostfront has long moved on to other games, and especially the Darkest Hour mod, which is definitely the future. But I'd recommend you come and see these lobbies for yourself, because you heard them say it, they need some more players. These games were mostly recommended to me by you, over on Twitter or in my Discord. If you have a dead game or community you'd like to see me explore, then send it there, and maybe I'll pay it a visit next time round. Also, the next video will focus on survival games, so if you know any smaller or dead ones like Deadside or Zera Survival, please tell me about them on Twitter. Thank you for all of your support, and a special thank you to anyone who features in today's video. You're legends.